Okay, everybody, I am showing you how I do my string method of mapping brows. Forgive me, my wrist does hurt, so it works so much. Okay, so I take the ink string, I find the center bridge of the nose. Hold on, let me see if I can put it down for us to get more light. Help. Okay, you can see why I don't do this for a living. Okay, so, I feel like I talk to myself. Okay, this is the center of the bridge of the nose, and then we want to measure the space to be equal from here to here, right? Then I take either the side of the nose or the edge of the last eyelash to find my end point, okay? And then we do that here too. You can also use a measuring tool at this point to make sure that they're equal, which I have it over there. Okay, now I'm going to find the highest point, which is through the iris. Okay, either you could use the side of the nostril, but not everyone's nose is straight, right? So you want to use the side of the iris. You see how I'm doing that? Oops, it's really hard to do this on yourself. Hold on. And that's my highest point, and it's correct because the girl who did my eyebrows, she did it correctly. Okay, now I'm gonna make a straight line by the sclera to make sure my eyes are straight. Now, not everyone's eyes are always gonna be symmetrical or be straight, but this is the method I'm using. Now I'm going to make a line under the bulb, which is under the brow bone, and I'm measuring to look that these lines are parallel so that they look equal. They look equal to me, right? And then I'm gonna find the highest point according to my brow hair of the highest hair, and that's the top of my brow bulb, okay? Now, I'm going to make an X right through that line, starting from here, all the way up to this point, point 3, some people call it. And then I make another X downward, right there. Beautiful. Okay, now that's the hard part, because now I have the frame. Now I just make another line like that, and then underneath you could either use a string or use a pencil, because if you use a string it's going to be a little bit straight and you might want to curve it. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is can I steal that tool for a second? This, okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use this cool thing, measure this part of how much space. Okay, now I'm gonna, my teacher calls it copy paste when she goes like this to copy and paste, but I have to take a little pen or marker or something, and this is my highest point on this side to know that they're equal. So I don't have a little pen in my hand, but I'm just gonna eyeball it because I'm pretty good at this already. So to me, anyways, my eyebrows are already done, so to me this is the highest point. Ouch. Okay, okay, this is the highest point right there. Oops. Can't do this on yourself. So, well, I made a video of this on my sister, and I actually never posted it, which is kind of like me. So I'm gonna now go through the X point, remember guys? And go right through the X to make sure they're equal up to that point. Tap lightly with my string. Look how good it looks. Yeah, right? It looks good. Ignore all the ink on my face. Okay, that is, now if you want to double check if that's correct, well, let me just quickly do the end. Okay. Now it could be that this is not in the right spot because I didn't measure. Now you want to measure the space from here to here, okay? Some people that they go a little crazy and they bring this X like up the whole forehead, and I never really knew why. Make it look like a whole grid, and then I started to realize that they're looking at the like crossing is like in the middle, and they're looking at the empty space here to make sure you're like kind of centering these two parts. Make sense or no? Right? So if this X, if you take this shape and you go directly, it has to be centered on that line, which I'm not doing it perfectly on myself. So kind of like that. Now if I want to make sure that the top is even on the highest point, then I make another line straight parallel to that one, and that is a parallel line, and my points are equal because I see the empty space is equal, right? So if I made the line like this, the empty space is not equal. So that is how I know these are equal. And that is pretty much the whole deal. Hope that made sense. Bye bye.